Hello everyone and welcome to my Bachelor Nation official channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and gives this video a thumbs up. Season 29 Bachelor Grant Ellis got engaged to Juliana Pasquarosa in the March season finale. Fans want them to marry soon, but there's a major roadblock in their way. Juliana voiced a stunning demand before marrying her fiancé. Continue reading for all the details. Lisha Gar, the runner-up to Grant Ellis and Juliana Pasquarosa, soured their love story slightly. She told Grant about her thoughts before the final rose ceremony and was surprised when he sent her home. She believed he was going to propose to her. Lisha claimed Grant had intimated to her the day before that she was his ultimate pick. After splitting up with Lisha, he proposed to Juliana Pasquarosa. Lisha and Grant had a heated argument during the After the Final Rose live show. Grant and Juliana's post-show interviews frequently featured queries about Lisha. The Bachelor runner-up recently disclosed whether she had a grudge against Grant, but where does she stand with Juliana? Juliana stated that emotions were high following the conclusion, but there were no bitter feelings. At this time, I believe everything has been resolved. I hope she's doing well, and nothing has happened since, which is good, she continued. Grant Ellis and his fiancée have lived across the nation since they got engaged. He came home to Houston, Texas. Juliana lives in Boston, Massachusetts. But they might be living together shortly. Following their engagement, ABC offered the pair a trip to Italy. Juliana said they're heading there this summer. While in Italy, they intend to check over potential wedding venues. They are also making preparations for Grant to relocate to Boston. On the episode, they discussed securing a house lease together. That represents a significant step toward a lifelong commitment. However, Juliana believes that Grant Ellis will find it difficult to marry her. Before they married, she made an unexpected request. Juliana wants her fiancé to get down on one knee again. What about Grant's expensive 3.5-carat Neil Lane ring, which he used for his first proposal? Juliana stated she was fine with him proposing a second time using the same ring. Meanwhile, she stated that the couple is taking each day and moment as it comes. Their primary priority right now is the trip to Italy and moving in together. She did not explain why she wants Grant to propose again, but do you believe it is because Lisha Gar ruined the first engagement? When Grant Ellis got down on one knee in the heart-stopping March finale of The Bachelor Season 29, millions of fans around the country swooned. Standing under a canopy of cascading orchids and the California sun, he asked Juliana Pasquarosa to be his forever, and she said yes. It was a perfect moment, the kind of sparkling TV fairy tale that's replayed in montages for years to come. But while the champagne was flowing and congratulations flooded their social feeds, a quieter tension was already brewing. Not all was as picture-perfect as it seemed. The finale didn't just bring closure to Grant's journey, it cracked open wounds that hadn't yet healed. Chief among them was Lisha Gar, the runner-up who many assumed would receive Grant's final rose. Lisha wasn't just a fan favorite, she was the odds-on favorite, even according to betting pools. She had chemistry with Grant from night one, and viewers watched their relationship deepen with surprising vulnerability week after week. So, when Grant shocked audiences by choosing Juliana instead, the backlash was immediate, and Lisha wasn't quiet about it either. Lisha claimed that just one day before the final rose ceremony, Grant had given her every reason to believe she would be the one walking away with the ring. He had whispered sweet reassurances, told her he could see a future, a home, even kids with her. And while cameras may not have captured all the nuance of their final one-on-one date, Lisha insists there was nothing ambiguous about it. He looked me in the eyes and told me I was his person, she later told Bachelor Nation Weekly. So when she was sent home in tears just 24 hours later, the betrayal felt personal, not just for her, but for many fans who saw her as the more natural fit. The emotional fallout played out during the After the Final Rose special. In a searing live segment, Lisha confronted Grant on stage, her voice cracking under the weight of unprocessed heartbreak. "You knew what you were doing," she said, her words slicing through the sterile studio air. "You misled me. You told me I was the one, and then you humiliated me on national television." The audience gasped, unsure whether to side with the jilted ex or the new couple. Grant, for his part, stood firm, denying that he ever made concrete promises. "I was still figuring things out," he said. "The feelings were real, but my heart knew who it belonged to by the end." Juliana, seated beside him in a glittering champagne gown, kept her composure but visibly stiffened during the confrontation. In later interviews, she admitted that the encounter with Lisha left her unsettled. "It's hard to hear someone speak with that much pain," she told Good Morning America. "I don't want to be part of anyone's heartbreak. But I also know what Grant and I have is real. Real, yes, but not without complications." The newly engaged couple faced logistical and emotional hurdles from day one. Grant returned home to Houston, Texas, shortly after the finale aired, diving back into his work in real estate development. Juliana, meanwhile, resumed her career as a wellness coach and nutritionist in Boston, Massachusetts. They were now not only navigating a high-profile engagement, but doing so from opposite ends of the country, under the watchful eye of millions. Still, they made it work. Daily FaceTime calls became their ritual, weekend trips turned into long weekends, and slowly, they began building a private relationship away from the camera's lens. Then came ABC's post-show gift, a romantic, all-expenses-paid trip to Italy, set for the summer. For most couples, it would be a luxurious vacation. For Grant and Juliana, it became something more, an opportunity to scout wedding venues. "Italy has always been a dream," Juliana shared in a podcast appearance. "It's where my grandparents honeymooned. And I think if we're going to take this next step, we want it to be intentional and unforgettable." But in true Bachelor fashion, the fairy tale came with a twist. In the same breath that Juliana revealed their Italian plans, she dropped a bombshell: she wanted Grant to propose again. This time, she wanted it without the pressure of cameras, producers, or the ever-looming specter of Lisha Gar. Juliana's request raised eyebrows. Why ask for a second proposal, especially when the first came with a stunning 3.5-carat Neil Lane ring and national acclaim? To many fans, it seemed like an unnecessary complication. But Juliana saw it differently. "That moment at the finale was beautiful," she said. "But it wasn't entirely ours. There were cameras, cue cards, producers telling us when to cry. I want a moment that's just for us. A moment where I know, without a shadow of a doubt, that he's choosing me, not a storyline." Thanks for watching. If you likes this video, do not forget to subscribe to my channel and do not miss any update.